Hello friends, welcome back. So in this session we will learn row set in JDBC. So what is row set? Row set is also an interface same as a result set. In the last session we have seen a result set. So in the same way row set is also an interface that is available under Java x.sql package, but result set was available under java.sql and row set is available under java x.sql package, and it is the subtype of a result set only, and row set functionality is quite similar to a result set, but some differences are there. So so let's see that one, what are the differences and what are the similarities for between the result set and row set. Result set store the result returned by select query or returned by select statement. In the same way row set also store the result returned by select query only. Both are the storage for select query. By default result set is forward only and read only, but row set by default it is a scrollable and updatable. We have already seen what is scrollable, what is updatable, what is read only. So so by default row set is scrollable and updatable, but result set is forward only and read only. Here in this way we can create the object for result set on from the connection. While creating prepared statement or callable statement, we will get one connection, and from the statement we will call execute method or execute query method, and that execute query method will return result set. But row set, to get the row set value we will not use connection at all. What we will use, we have to use row set factory class, row set factory provider dot new factory, and that from this row set factory we can create row set factory dot create cached row set, because row set has some different implementation, JDBC row set, cached row set, web row set, something like that. So you can get correspondingly like factory dot create cached row set, it will return a row set of a type cached row set, but you can collect that into row set. That type will be cached row set, but you can collect because this is the subtype. Cached row set is the subtype of row set only, so you can collect that one into row set. And on top of this row set you can set your database URL, database username, database password and SQL query by set command. Set command method is used to set the command of which one? SQL command is nothing but SQL query or SQL statements, and that statement you can execute using row set dot execute method. And if you try to update something, in that case also you can do that one. If you are updating, then by default it will be updated to your database. So in this way we can create a row set. We will see this example. Result set is connection oriented. Result set is connection oriented, means as long as your connection with the database is open you can access result set. Once the database connection lost or you closed the connection, you are not able to access result set at all. No longer you will be able to access result set. But row set is a connectionless. We can access row set without connection because we are not using connection at all. We are seeing here, we are not getting the result set from the connection object. We are creating row set explicitly, so there is no dependency on connection whether that connection is closed, because it makes its own connection. Okay, so this is the okay, and result set object is not serializable. We have already seen what is serializable. Serialization is a process of saving the state of the object into some resources. The same way, result set cannot be serialized, but row set can be serialized. Okay, so these are the some similarity and some difference between result set and row set. So following interfaces are the extend following interfaces is nothing but the implementation for a row set. You can say that interfaces that extend the interface. These are the again implementation, that is again interface. It's not implementation. That implementation has to be provided into JDBC row set IMPL, something like that. Okay, so JDBC row set object is an enhanced result set, enhancement of a result set. It maintains the connection to its data source just like a result set only. The big difference is that it has a set of property and listener notification mechanism that make Java Beans component. One of the main use of JDBC row set object is to make a result set object scrollable and updatable when it does not otherwise have to lose capacity. Not other. Okay, means by default it will be scrollable and updatable, but by default result set is not scrollable and updatable. Okay, cached row set obtain a connection to the data source, manipulate the read the data from the result set object and populate it with the data. Manipulate data makes change the data while doing it is disconnected. Cached mean it is a cached, it is caching the data. Manipulate data and make change to data while it is disconnected. If it is disconnected, then also you can do that operations. Reconnect to data source to write changes back to database. Suppose using cached row set, what operations you can do? If your data source is disconnected and you are making some modification into rows that row set, in that case whenever you have to push that changes back to the database, automatically it will create the connection. You no need to worry about that whether the connection is closed or something like that. Check for conflict with the data source and resolve those conflict also. Sometime what confliction in the sense, suppose you have taken some values from database and you took that value into row set and you modified that values with some suppose you incremented the value or decremented the value or changed some value, so something like that you did. Meanwhile some other thread changed the same data into database also. So what you have to do, you will get confliction that the data is again changed by some other thread and you also have changed, so which one it should take, so that it will cached row set will automatically resolve this one based on the times or something. Okay, web row set is write itself as an XML document and read an XML document that describe web row set object. Join row set form to equivalent of an SQL join without having to connect the database. Suppose SQL join statements are also there, so in the same way that is working here, fetching data from the more than one tables without having a connected to the data source. Filtering, this is used for filtering the record. Okay, if you are applying filter, then you can do easily using this filter row set. Okay, so this is the these are the four sub interfaces for a row set, and here are the two types of a row set. One is a connected row set, another one is a disconnected row set. These are the two types of a row set. So first one is a connected row set. What does connected row set says? These row set establish a connection with the database and retain it. Retain it means as long as you are using row set, the database will a connection with the database will be retained same. It will not disconnect from the connection. And connected row set is like a result set only. Suppose connected row set need connection as long as we are accessing the row set data. As long as we are accessing the row set data, we need a connection. So that is why it is a connected row set. We cannot serialize connected row set at all. And JDBC row set is a connected row set only. And what is disconnected row set? These row set establish a connection with the database and execute the query and close the connection. And suppose what you do, suppose you have created a row set, you have executed a query. After executing query, a row set is closed, but you made some changes, and again that changes you have to reflect into database. Then what you will do, you no need to worry about that one. Whenever you are trying to push the data, automatically it will create the connection and it will push the changes. So that's why it's a disconnected row set. Disconnected row set are like a result set, are not like a result set, and disconnected row set need connection always while accessing the row set. This need a connection, it will create new connection automatically. We can serialize disconnected row set also. And serialization, in the sense, serialization means we can the row set value we can save into some file, and later on at some time we can directly deserialize and we can set into the database, no issue. Cached row set is a disconnected row set. Okay, so this is the about row set, and let's have an example of a row set here now. So in this class, a row set demo, we have created one query. What is this query? This query is selecting one record from the database with the name, with coffee name Indian Coffee. So if I open my workbench, and I will show you what exactly the data is available for this one. So coffee name Indian Coffee, soup ID 150, price 60.99, sales 0, and total 100. So currently this is the record for this query available. And what we have did, we have taken one connection using our connection, and row set factory we have created. Using this row set factory, we have using this row set provider dot new factory, we have taken the factory, and from this factory we have created cached row set. And for this cached row set, we have set the URL, database URL, database username, database password. So whenever it is required, it automatically create the connection. And this is our query. We are setting the query. This query we have to execute from the database. Okay, and after that one we are calling one execute method, set.execute, by using this connection. Why this connection? Because this connection we can make set auto commit false, because in MySQL auto commit is not false by default. So that's why we need to supply that connection here, and that connection we are making a set auto commit false. Okay, and what we are doing after executing this row set, so as we have already discussed, row set and result set has the similar methods and similar functionality. Some differences are there that we have seen. So here in the same way, row set also has a cursor, and that cursor we can move forward, next, forward, backward, or to absolute value, or something like that. We can move to that one. So what we are doing, we are moving. While next, how many records are there? That many records we are processing. So currently one record is there, so it will this loop will run one time only, because our statement is returning only single record. So from that record, what we are getting coffee name. Yeah, same how we are getting into getting from result set dot get string, get int, get float, something like that. So in the same way we are getting here. And after getting the values like coffee name, soup ID, price, sale, or total, that values we are appending into string builder, and that string builder we are printing here. After printing that string builder, after printing the value from the database, what we are doing, we are we are changing the cursor. We are changing the cursor of a row set to first index, and that index value I want to change now. So row set dot absolute value at first index, and that index one column I wanted to change. Which column? Total. How many total I want to set? 200. So currently how much total? 100 is there. Currently if I execute this query, you will see 100 is the value. For total value is 100, but what I am setting here 200 now, and I am just saying update row, and when I say update row, it will not update. You have to accept changes, then only it will be reflected to database, and after that one I am printing one message updated total. So if I run this one, you will see the changes in database, and you will see output here also. Yes, so now if you see, whatever the current data is there, that we are getting from the database. COF name, COF name is a Indian coffee. Sorry, here only. Yes, COF name is Indian coffee. Soup ID is 150. Yeah, soup ID is 150. Price is 60.99. So price is 60.99. Sale is 0 and total is 100, and sale is 0 and total is 100. After that one, we have updated the value of total to 200. So it will be reflected only in database, because we have not printed after that one. So it will be reflected in database, and if I execute this query, and you will see the result again. Yeah, now it is coming 200. So in this way we can use a result set also. If we want to use result set, we can use that one. If we want to use row set, that also we can use. The difference we have already seen. So this is all about the result set and a row set. Okay, so in the next session we will see transaction. What is transaction? Why we need transaction? Types of transaction. So all those points we will see in the next session. So I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel, and we will see you in the next session. Until that, bye bye, and thanks for watching.